Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Energy Newsbeat Daily Stand-Up. My name's Stuart Turley, President and CEO of the Sandstone Group, and today is December 31st. This is the last podcast for the year. It has been an absolute wonderful year. Thank you so much for all of our great listeners, all on YouTube, on the X, on all of our different Substack. We sure appreciate everybody listening and giving us great feedback. I'll tell you what, we've got some stories here that are just going to be spicy. High gas prices spell tough start to 2025 for European customers. Ukraine to quadruple gas transport fees after Russia deal expires. U.S. natural gas futures soar ahead of historic cold front coming in. Get ready to buckle up. Texas coal plants switch to solar and storage by 2027 thanks to the Porculus bill, or the Inflation Reduction Act, and I've got a few comments on that one. So let's get rolling over here. High gas prices spell tough start to 2025 for European consumers. The end of the Ukraine and Russia transit will add strain to the tough market. I covered a little bit about that yesterday, but European gas prices are up 45% this year, adding to the burden on households and industry as they strive to recover from the worst cost of living crisis in decades. There's likely to be more bad news on the way. High prices inevitably strained industrial competitiveness and economic performance. And the Met Group said in a note on Monday, looking forward, delays, capacities, and additions and stronger than demand from Asia, driven by economic recovery or cold weather, could tighten the market even worse. The 15 billion cubic meters of gas that Russia sends through the Ukraine each year makes up less than 5% of overall needs. Still, it's been clearly signaled losing one of the last remaining routes for Russian pipeline gas would put more pressure on a tight gas market and propel global prices higher. This is at a time when President Trump is saying, hey, we'll sell you all the LNG that you want. If you buy LNG from us, we won't put tariffs on you. I really, you cannot compare LNG compared to cheap Russian natural gas on a pipeline. So the deindustrialization of Germany will continue, kind of like that old saying that the beatings will continue until morale improves. Well, unless you get new people in power and elect them out, you are going to continue to deindustrialize. Let's go to Ukraine. Ukraine to quadruple gas transport fees after Russia deal expires. The Ukraine will quadruple its domestic gas transmission tariffs from customers from January 1. That means they will quadruple its domestic gas transmission tariff as it tries to offset the impact of lost revenue after its gas transit deal. Now, again, this transit deal was about 5% of their GDP. That is an amazing number. In 2024, 85% of our revenue came from transporting gas originating in the Russian Federation. It means that only 15% for us domestic customers. This is actually going to turn the Ukraine into a fourth world status. I've got a series that I've been recording with George McMillan, and he said that this is going to turn Ukraine into a fourth world country status for energy as it is coming around the corner. So you'll have to want to watch that podcast. U.S. natural gas futures soar ahead of historic cold front. The U.S. natural gas spiked due to forecast of an Arctic blast and polar vortex expected to hit the eastern mid-January. The extreme cold is predicted to last for weeks and significantly increase heating demand. Private weather forecast BAM warns of historic cold and dangerous conditions. Let's see here. Cold arrives on January 1, extreme cold on the 7th. Dangerous cold the 8th through the 12th. Bigger storm mid-month. Pretty impressive. This is from Zero Hedge. Let's roll over to Texas coal plant to switch to solar plus storage by 2027. A coal plant in Texas will soon be a solar plus storage facility to provide clean energy, renewable energy for 47 rural South Texas counties. Electric Cooperative SMECI has been awarded more than $1.4 billion investment by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the USDA Rural Utility Services RUS program, which provides grants and low-interest loans to expand energy that prioritizes greenhouse gas reductions. The Empowering of Rural America New Era program is offered through the Inflation Reduction Act. This is actually a boondoggle, in my opinion. Reclamation is a vital part of mining operations and culture for an SMECI passion. The cooperative works closely. So we take a coal plant that is really critical to the Texas ERCOT grid. We're going to strip it out. We're going to put solar plus storage in there at $1.4 billion. And that is absolutely a lot of money. We're going to be increasing our demand. We're doubling the demand in less than 5 years on ERCOT. I'm going to go out on a limb. They're not going to bring that coal plant down. So we're going to spend $1.4 billion to add storage and solar and keep the coal plant. Bookmark this podcast because that's probably what's going to happen in order to keep ERCOT going. The ERCOT and the U.S. grid is in trouble because of the amount of non-dispatchable power that's out there right now. So with that, this will be a fun one to watch in the next few years to see how this one turns out. With that, like, subscribe, and again, thank you. I just really appreciate Michael and I and the entire team at Sandstone. Wish everyone a happy new year and look forward to a very prosperous 2025. Thanks and have a great day.